Hello and welcome to Channel 54 News. Today we have yet another interesting episode, and I have my guest with me, and he's going to tell us his name and he's going to do an introduction of his business. So stay tuned. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm very fine indeed.
I'm good. Kwaje na hii baridi unaona venye
baridi, lakini we shall survive.
We shall survive.
We shall survive, yes.
So tell us, to anyone who's watching you right now, tuambie jina na tuambie what you do.
So my name is Gashagu Kamau. I am an interior designer by profession and an artist at the same time.
Okay.
So drawing, design, anything related with that just comes naturally, but you cannot be a jack of all trades, so you have to focus in on one line. So I chose the interior design way, and so far so good. That's the reason you're here. Majorly I do mostly the interior part of the house. This would start from the ceiling going down to the floor. That includes the ceiling, the walls, the floor finishes, and general cabinetry works. I deal with both in residential and commercial interiors. Yes.
So in terms of also interior, what I'm trying to understand is there are some guys who also wanaweka like wallpapers. Is that like part of it? Ama like interior, like unaweza bomoa the house, you rebuild it?
I can bomoa the house, or you can give me a shell. When I talk about the shell, I mean basically you already have the structure. It's a new house, maybe the contractor has done the structural bits and now the walls are plain. So that's where I come in. I'll advise from the colors you use, the kind of furniture to use. I also do consultancy services. If let's say for example your contractor is providing the build service, but you don't have like a designer or somebody who can advise you. So I come in as a consultant. I produce the drawings, and I also guide your fundis or the contractor how to go about. Yes, and even wallpapers is part of that we call the wall finish.
Wall finish.
Wall finish. You can do a wall finish either using paint. That is the most traditional that people know. Now wallpaper has been there for a while, but it's when it's picking up in Kenya. And other finishes, also tile, that is just part of the wall treatment. Yes. So
in terms of like, I can see we have some beautiful, this is inbuilt oven, microwave. This is the modern way of doing things.
Yes.
Does it depend on the type of house one lives in? Ama like, what do you look at when you, let's say Minazataka something like this in my house.
Yes. Okay.
But maybe there's not enough space.
That's now where I come in. I will come, visit your site, take the dimensions for your space, then I have a one-on-one with you as to what you would want in that space. From that, then I'm able to advise, is what you want possible or not? And if it's not possible, I'll give you alternatives, and this I do through 3D drawings, which are to scale, basically meaning what I present to you on paper or on my machine is what you get. Yes. And
did this start when your passion with interior design? Did it naturally start? Is it a passion or is it like a hustle? But then you can get interior design. I think there's a make a kitu. Like you're so passionate about it that it led you now to that path.
Yes. At the start of the interview, I said I'm a natural artist. So
I missed that.
This is something from within. Is not that nilikosa kazi nikasema everybody is doing interior design, let me try. Hapana. And that's for right now. I can tell you one thing: there are so many people claiming to be interior designers and they are not, because you know, with the introduction of internet and all that, everybody can get online, get ideas, but you see they just pick and place, you know. there is no creativity behind
it.
what they do, and they claim to be interior designers. Yes, so for me it's a natural thing, it's a talent.
So quality, people pay for the best quality they have in town.
And advice. Yes.
So how much does it range between the consultation and maybe like now coming to now do the work, getting the work done? Roughly how much does it cost?
Okay, there are several factors that you consider. One, if I'm doing a consultancy job, the rate will also be based with where the project is. Let's say, for example, in Nairobi, the rate would be very different from somebody in Narok or in Nakuru or outside Nairobi. The other thing that I also look at is the scope of works. Let's say you just want to consult on how you'll arrange the furniture. I cannot charge you the same price as somebody who wants me to do the ceiling, the wall, and all that. So that is how, but they will range anywhere from about 10,000 upwards.
We don't know how upwards. Upwards.
Yes.
And also another thing that got me really interested was the flowers bits, like this artificial plants.
Okay.
They look so beautiful. And I was wondering, in terms of like now you incorporating like the both of them together, so is this part of like the package or it's just something separate?
That is something separate, but under one roof.
Okay.
Under one roof.
Okay.
So this the flowers fall under decoration. The interior is a bit wide, yeah.
Okay.
There is the architectural part, there's the structural part, there is the decorative part. We have the soft furnishing. It's a wide. It's very wide, It's very wide, but for us, we've mainly narrowed our work to our scope of works to what you do inside the house. So the plants, whether they are these plants or the real ones, that falls under decoration. Then we also have paintings, canvases, all that. Yes, it's a bit wide.
Okay.
Yes.
And is it like, do you have someone else like you're partnering with, or
Yes. I work with my wife.
Oh.
So she runs the decorative part of things.
Okay.
Then a more design part, and out in the field most of the time.
Okay.
Yes.
But before I even miss this part, for someone who might just want like the plants bit, so what range are we looking at from the least amount one can spend to get something nice to like the most one can spend to get something nice?
Okay, what I can say, the least you can get is about 1,000 shillings.
1,000?
But it can go way up depending with what you want.
Okay.
You know, the size of the flower, the kind of flower you want dictates the price.
Okay.
So there are some that we have here which already have some prices, but there are customers who want something different.
Okay.
Yes, so we can cook up something for you to meet your taste and needs. Yes, then that now will dictate what the final price will be.
Okay.
Yes, but we are very fair.
Well, yes, you're very fair, and I love everything here is very beautiful and colorful, so it makes the house at least feel warm.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, after a period during elections, like a lot of businesses were really, let's say, shaky kidogo. How has business been like after the elections?
After the elections, at least things are picking up, but people are still a bit optimistic and a bit hesitant, but I can say it's much better than before.
Much better than before.
Much like better than before elections. Before elections. Yes. Okay. You know, not every time before an election, especially for us, anybody who's in the construction industry will tell you, it always slows down fast.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That's sad. I think so. I think it's a bit sad, but we're happy that even after elections, at least business can pick up. Yes. 1, 2, 3 things. And then, so tell me, like, what's the beauty about like now all this? What are some of the things that you enjoy about now doing your work? Interior,
The most satisfying part in this business is always giving the customer or the client what he or she wants. That's the most satisfying of anything I do, no matter how creative I am, no matter how good the design is, and maybe I'm happy with the design and I'm thinking, whoa, this was like the one for me, but I take it to the client, ako really hii si ile mimi nilitaka. So you see, that really makes you feel like you didn't accomplish, because at the end of the day, as much as I'm a designer, all the ideas I have siwezi ziweka kwa nyumba yangu.
Sure.
So the best part is when you deliver what a client wants, and then he or she refers you to somebody else.
So okay, they're like, yes. Oh, you do, hey, kuna ina someone. But I think that's the best feeling. Hata kama sija business, but I know everyone is always.
Imagine wewe ni daktari alafu tibu mtu apone.
Exactly. So that's what I say,
yes.
Daktari,
so nawe pia mimi ni daktari.
Unatibu manyumba. Pia unatibu pia customer client.
Yes.
Anasikia vizuri. Yes. That's also the downside. What are the downsides to like now what you do? Is there any downside to it?
Yeah. Like any business, you have downsides. Sometimes you have clients who come in, they tell you they'll give you business. Unaenda huko mbali. Unafanya the proposals and all that.
Unachoma mafuta.
Ananyamaza tu. Sometimes you start the job, client ni mzuri sana, but towards the end of the project, halipi the balance. These are things that most of us who are in this industry experience. And following up on those a civil case, it will take you, I don't know how long to follow up on such kind of. That is one of the. So every time you get a new client, you pray.
Askwe msumbufu. And in terms of like sasa shops, like for hii hapa tumesimama, we are seeing like at least if I walk in, tajua immediately like this just naona kuna this happening.
Yes.
I see the plants. I can also see like the wine decanter. Pale kuna kitchen. But pia kuna kitchen. Mnaweza pia kitchen.
Yes. We've not talked everything, but that's where the consultancy bit comes in.
Okay.
Sio lazima tukue na kila kitu hapa. That's now part in the design. I will recommend even what we don't have here.
Okay. And a client can also recommend what they'd like from here.
Exactly. Okay. That is purely what I do. Because at the end of the day, you meet some clients who've traveled more than me, and they come with very bright ideas. And I always like that. I like that kind of a challenge. Then I have to go research, find out what is this he or she was talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
So as we were talking about kitchen, like maybe anything the client would want, but though you can still do deliveries, you know?
The way we work the kitchens, we do the design, then we assemble on site.
Okay, not like the interior bits of it. Like let's say the decanter. I'm seeing a very nice decanter. Like maybe there's someone watching and Hannah some things here. I'm like, oh, but that decanter is so cute.
Yes.
Can they deliver?
Okay, within this area, we can. But again, there is a limit as to how far we can go.
Really?
Yes, but within around hapa tunafanya hivyo. Because again, unajua cost. Lazima ubalance
everything. A bit effective. Or the client can just contact you.
But even most of the clients who come in, wanakuja anachukua na very few. But the ones we normally do deliveries on are the home decors, zile mirrors, the big ones and all that. Okay. We deliver and fit. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm seeing some very interesting things here.
Yes.
Now we have some wood.
Yes.
Tell us about this. So are these like different designs?
They are different finishes, yes.
Finishes that one can pick from?
Yes.
So
and like this is just an example. We have what we call the gloss board. You see, it's very
glossy, shiny.
Then we have what we call the PVC wrap. These people who understand design will understand. This is what we call a press wrap door.
Okay.
Yes, meaning you can have any design you want on the door. So what happens is that you do the patterns on the MDF board, then they are pressed on the machine.
Wow, that seems like a lot of work.
No, there are people who've invested in this, and that's where we source our products.
Well, it's like already done.
No. You go pick, once we do the design, we are finished on the design and we have decided this is the finish we want, this is the pattern we want.
Okay.
We have our suppliers around here where we order this to spec.
Okay.
Yes, because each kitchen or each wardrobe is a different size. Yes, so once you approve the design, the process is normally that we come to site, take the dimensions of your house or whatever it is that we are doing, whether it's an office, whether it's a restaurant, we take the dimension, come up with a proposal. Once you've approved and signed off the design, then we do a quote based on the design. Let's say if it's a kitchen, we'll then give you the different type of finishes and confirm what you want for the door, what you want for the drawers and all that. It's a small process, but at least we make sure you get what you want, because you see like probably you like blue, I like red.
Okay.
I cannot force you to take blue just because it's trending.
Okay.
That's the reason we have the different materials and finishes. You choose and we proceed.
You do the rest.
We do the rest.
Kujenga nyumba, it's going to take a while kidogo. We thought ingekuwa rahisi kumbe.
No, it's a process, but the good thing is when you work with us, we make sure you get what you want.
So someone can also do like a down payment, akona pole pole. Do you have your option? Like maybe someone can be paying bits by bits until...
We have that option, but we have to sit down and see how it is going to work out, depending again with your location. The location is very key. It's very key, because you see, for somebody who's around this area, it's easy to come up with a payment plan as compared to somebody who's going to come from Eldoret. That would be a bit tricky.
Because you have to
remember, we are sourcing materials from different suppliers.
Okay, suppliers. Okay.
Yes. So there are several things that you look
into.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the kitchen, we also have the inbuilt appliances, which is currently the in thing at the moment. Yeah.
And is this like the only shop like you've displayed like everything like this, or we have another location somewhere?
No, this is the first showroom.
Okay.
But we are praying and hoping
to expand.
So
how many months or are we looking at? We come to the new location.
Okay. For now, let's just wait and see how
things pick up.
Yes. We've come from an election year.
Yeah. True.
We had Corona with us. It's been a bit tough.
Yeah.
Yes. And we thank God that we've come this far.
And okay, that's nice to know. Yes. So in terms of now, like where we're standing today.
Yes.
So how many employees do you have so far?
Currently we are 2 here, but I have people who are on site. Because we do both design and we also do the actual build part. So most of the people are out. Field. Yes.
Okay, that's really nice to know. Like, I love the whole idea, concept-wise.
Yes.
So itabidi vijana, we just look for, because we have to be modern. I don't know, long-lasting. Like, it's not something you're just going to invest in later.
Yes, one thing that we pride ourselves with or in, quality. That is the first thing.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Because at the end of the day, I would want somebody to come into your house akwambia hata kitchen yangu nitabomoa na unipatie whoever did that. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's so nice.